I did want to talk about somebody because somebody put it on Twitter, but I do want to talk about Kanye West. Kanye, old White Lives Matter Kanye.
Big old Hitler fan.
I don't know what Kanye
West.
arc is this? What are we doing, bro? I don't understand.
Now, can everyone who wore them stupid big old water boots and them stupid big old jackets admit you're fools for following this dude? I was a fan. I was obviously a fan of the music. He lived in Newark when he made his best album ever. The documentary even kind of made him a little bit more of a sympathetic person, you know, and more of a sympathetic figure. But this dude, every opportunity he's had, he's been a human piece of shit. Every opportunity he's had.
Well,
even dating back to when Pete Davidson, who we know and we both know has, you know, some, mental health sensitivities. I don't know exactly what the word I want to use for him is. I'll let him decide that. But he kind of checked himself into a trauma clinic after the breakup with Kim Kardashian. And he very famously put in that text that got leaked that he has tattoos of Kanye's kids, right? And Kanye tweeted out or put on Instagram stories, wrote, I wonder how my kids' tattoos are doing in trauma. So like belittling him for the breakup being bad. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It's like the guy is like, man, I'm a pretty petty guy, but even I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to know not necessarily not know what the line is, but he it seems like and a lot of people have mentioned this in the past about like after his mom passed away.
Oh no, it's when
he's just completely he's like kind of off the rails. Yeah, I mean, look, is he? The things I know, at least the things I feel comfortable and confident saying is like, this man is clearly like a narcissist, right? I mean, he is obsessed with his own. He's obsessed with himself. And
I forgot who was it said something like, I said something along the lines of like, most comedians are narcissists. And someone's like, that's not narcissist. They were like very detailed about what the term narcissism means. I was like, yeah, bro, I didn't mean any of that. You know what I mean? I just meant like, they're very self-centered, I guess is what I should have said before you bit my neck off.
Yeah, it's just, you can see Kanye's referring to himself in the third person soon. You know what I mean?
He's always considered himself a god.
Yeah.
To some degree. For someone so religious, that's so odd to me.
Right. And it's a, who was I saying this to? Was I saying it to you? I don't remember. But basically like how he keeps calling himself, he's a, remember he was like on Oprah or something? He's like, I'm a genius. Or he was on Ellen. Steve Jobs and Walt Disney. And he's like, he puts himself with all these names. And it's like.
I wonder why he likes Walt Disney. Isn't he famously an anti-Semite?
Maybe you're reading some of his early work.
Yeah.
I
can't wait for his new album, Yay Kampf.
Bro, if you're a genius, you're like, let the market decide if you are a genius. Like, no genius calls himself a genius.
No. You can't call yourself a genius. Other people tell you you're a genius.
Exactly.
Like, you can't call yourself beautiful. Other people call you beautiful.
Right.
If you're like me and you're running around calling yourself beautiful, it's pretty clear you're not.
Okay.
You know?
I think we have a narcissist on our hands.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a god.
I saw somebody post this recently about women are never called geniuses for some reason. Like it's a very, for whatever reason, it's a very male associated.
It's not true. Go to any Apple store, bro. There's a bunch of them.
Whoa.
At the Genius Bar, dog. What are we talking about, bro?
Yo, these geniuses are hot.
Yo, you ain't paying attention at all.
Well, so yeah, that was just the thing I thought of, and it's like there's something it's not an instinctive term.
I also think like scholar, like in order to be a scholar is like for women, it was something like they weren't even really allowed to do not that long ago.
Right.
Historically. So if you go back and say, who are the geniuses? There's a lot of dudes there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, but even now, I think even now you don't, whatever. I think people will be like, yo, that bitch is smart before they'll say a genius.
100%. Yo, that bro knows things.
Like, wow.
And you're like, that feels insensitive.
The word is not associated with any gender, but whatever. So yeah.
So stupid.
So the last couple of weeks, I mean, the last like 2 weeks, he did the show in Paris, and he brought out Candace Owens of all people.
If you want to prove you're not an anti-Semite, Candace Owens might not be the person you bring out.
Hassan Abi. Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
The Twitch streamer guy. He has a great name for Candace Owens. He calls her Clandis Owens.
Great.
Which I love.
That's a great name. I will never watch his streams because they have like 6 hours long.
Right. I watch it on the clips on YouTube.
He puts the clips on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I'm like, every
fun.
once in a while, I'll pick one of those up.
Yeah.
Shouts to him. He was just on Flagrant.
That's right. Maybe we'll be on there someday
Hopefully,
soon.
maybe soon.
Okay. So the... Well,
also, he was on Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson took a picture of himself in Yeezy foams, just a picture of the shoes.
Yeah.
And put like, thanks for the Yeezy foams. Yeezy? Just stupid. He's such a nerd. I want to smack him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but look, so I'm trying to give Kanye the benefit of the doubt as simply like a businessman, right? What if I were him? How am I trying to?
You're
sell
saying
them?
like if this is on purpose for a gain somewhere.
Exactly, yeah. Like try to.
If he's playing chess, we're playing checkers.
I'm trying to think of it objectively. What's the move here, right? Because it seems to be that he feels that this audience. Oh, okay. Let's say the conservative audience that Fox News speaks to.
Comedians do this. You get an audience when you go right wing.
Exactly, and you're trying to sell your product to whoever will be.
You got to find buyers.
Exactly, and
in your horse shit.
And is he alienating the black community, the Jewish community enough to actually hurt his pocket? And it seems like just the landscape feels like you can alienate the black community to some degree and maybe still sell your product. But when you alienate the Jewish community, who are, there might be people that he works with in certain companies or whatever, or actual people that have influence over the business decisions that he may be involved in, this is when it seems like it might be going too far to the point where it actually hurts him financially.
The only thing I can think of is this is some clause in his Adidas contract that gets him out. Oh, and he's thinking, if I hit this nuke button,
say this
I might be able to fix it afterwards.
Ah.
That's the only thing I can think of that would make him go this route. But apparently, there's people who've said, like, back in recording with him and stuff, that he was, like, complimentary to Hitler and stuff.
Right. And there was an episode of LeBron's show on YouTube, The Shop.
They won't even put it out.
That they won't air because I think, what's the guy, Maverick?
Yeah, Maverick Carter's
he
famous manager.
He had, I saw a statement basically saying like he was spewing out, things that we didn't want to air publicly and not on our show. And he was basically using the show as a platform to spew out this stuff. And it's, it's gross, but I also don't understand the move. That's really, I'm just like trying to understand who does this man want to be? Does he want to be a dude that makes a lot of money? Does he want to be a martyr? Does he want what? He did in the Tucker Carlson interview. He did. Tucker was asking him basically, yo, bro, what you doing? And he said he made a big statement about how more black babies are aborted in New York than any other race, and so he's basically talking about abortion, talking about.
Do we trust these facts, by the way?
Not at all. I don't know if that's accurate at all.
Kanye don't look like he read any spreadsheets.
But also, what? I mean, I guess I understand why he might care, but it's when he said that, Tucker Carlson started giggling, but he's like, and he giggled and he said, "Oh, I can see why people are upset with you." Because as soon as you see him giggle and you see it really, all it really means is like, ooh, this clip is gonna go viral.
100%.
He's like,
it's the only way Tucker Carlson can come is when he knows.
Especially when a black man is saying the things he wishes he could say, without being criticized.
Right.
And he's like, oh, this is great. At that point,
this is like when I was on True Geordie when I was doing the watch along, and Fafana came on screen. I was like, oh, dude, it's got the same haircut as Jude Bellingham. For a second there, I thought it was Jude Bellingham. And everyone went like this. Everyone was like, I'll never compare two black people together. And then the chat was like, you guys should bring Alexis on and say all the stuff you want about minorities. I was like, that's not why I was saying that.
And this is what it feels like, is that even with,
they were like, nope.
With Candace Owens, with Tucker Carlson, and
what's the Dame Dash's sister or cousin?
Stacey Dash.
Stacey Dash. She's like Candace Owens.
Right. But when Tucker is
what about the dude who wears the cowboy hat, who used to be the police chief of Milwaukee?
I don't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
But at that point, Kanye becomes like a puppet for these like conservative.
All those people I just mentioned.
They're shoving their hand up his ass
Yeah.
Jeff Dunham and doing the little terrorist puppet.
And say racist things like Jeff Dunham does. It's pretty great.
So yeah, it's look, I don't know. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm disappointed in Kanye. He's a ridiculous
person.
person.
This is who you know. Look, people will never tell you who they are. They'll always show you who they are, right? So Kanye could say he's a genius, but does he show it?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.